Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Marsha with Buy Sell Plan. We're going to plan for the week of April the 25th. I didn't do a plan with me last week because we did a last minute trip to Nova Scotia to see family. And literally, when was it? I think it was this day. Yeah, we did a lot of driving. I had a call, I had an appointment that called and rescheduled. And a few other things. And I was looking at the schedule while we were driving. My husband does the majority of the driving, and then I'm able to do calls and work in the passenger seat. And I noticed that our schedule for this week was completely clear. We initially were planning on going end of May, but our May is booking up. So I said to Ryan, I think we need to go to Nova Scotia like tomorrow because May is busy and I don't want it to keep getting pushed because we have a busy season. So yeah, that's what we did. So we went Saturday morning. Yes, no. Anyways, when did we go? Here we are. I was on the wrong week, you guys. Yeah, so we decided to drive to Nova Scotia. Oh yeah, we did go this weekend. Anyways, that doesn't even matter. So yeah, we decided let's go to Nova Scotia, and yeah, we left Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and hit the road. It took us 2 days because we did stop. We drove to New Brunswick and stayed at a hotel, and then the next day we drove to Nova Scotia. But anyways, so I was like, you know what? Let's just go. So we did. So I need to get caught up with my planner. All I've been doing this past week is just writing down like what we've been doing, you know, what I wanted to do in like my must do's in like while we were away, and then just kind of wrote out like what we did, what the weather was each day, and that's it. So I need to get caught up. I have not recapped. I didn't recap the previous week before going. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to recap the week of April yeah, this is the current week that we're on, and I was away. Yeah, current week. Okay. So yeah, the week of, that's right, the week of the 14th. My goodness. We're going to recap the week of the 14th and then plan for the week of the 28th, I believe. Yes, 28th. And I'm feeling a little bit, I guess a little bit lost because I haven't really been in my planner. We got home yesterday. We drove straight home. I think it took 19 hours-ish, roughly. Stopped for lots of stretch breaks, and we had lots of food packed, but we only stopped once for a meal, and then just kept driving. And I napped in the car while my husband was driving. He's a machine. I just cannot believe he can drive that far. So anyways, today is Sunday as I'm filming this, and I normally film on a Saturday, but we got home yesterday morning at 6:45 a.m. and then we went to bed, and I don't think I woke up until, I think I woke up between 1 and 1:30. And so yesterday was just about resting and just getting laundry started and, you know, kind of like a recovery day. So today I'm feeling, I slept really good last night, and I'm, yeah, I thought, you know what, I almost didn't do this plan with me because I thought I'll just do it, you know, just plan my week and that's it, because we still have a lot to do today. But I thought, you know what, no, I'm in the mood, so let's do it. All right, so first up for weekly planning, this is my planning task card. I love this. I have my daily planning, daily administrative tasks on here, weekly planning and monthly planning. And this helps keep me on track so that so things don't fall through the cracks. So we're gonna be doing our weekly planning here. By the way, I forgot to mention, I don't have my microphone, so let me know in the comments how this sounds. Before we went to Nova Scotia, we actually set up our cottage. We opened up our cottage for the season late last week. And I took my microphone and, like, you know, a bunch of things, because we basically live at our cottage pretty much 90% of the time from, you know, May until September. So I don't have my microphone. So yeah, let me know. Hopefully everything sounds good. Okay, so we're going to recap my task card and my numbers. So this was my task card for that week. You can see that I did do it myself. No, that's the previous week's. My goodness, can you tell? Like I'm a little bit discombobulated because I haven't been planning for a week. Here we go. So this is this week. So my goal was to do cardio 3 times and I didn't do any cardio at all. Mobility 3 times, I didn't do any mobility, and I did my daily stretching all but 2 days. So that's pretty good. Okay, and then for real estate price adjustment, we did a price adjustment on our listing and it sold. Yay. Top follow-up. I did some, but I didn't do all. And then market intel script. And then for buy sell plan, yeah, I didn't get to any of this. Okay, so not a home run, that's for sure. And then as far as my numbers, I didn't do any like calls. I haven't been doing calls. I just haven't had the time, but I did 3, just like 3 contacts. And then leads, only 1 new lead generated. And then as far as appointments, I booked 1 booked, 2 held, and 1 signed. And 1 transaction. This was one that we sold the previous week. So it was conditional on home inspection and financing, and that firmed up on Thursday. Oh, I didn't write that in there. 1 listing. Oh, sorry, yeah, that was Wednesday. So that firmed up this day. And then the other one that we sold, actually, we were driving home on, Saturday, yesterday. We were in Quebec and an agent emailed, said, offer incoming. So I had to call him and be like, I'm in Quebec right now on the road. So he gave me enough time to call my client, chat with him, see what he wanted to do with the offer. And then we pulled over in the middle of nowhere in Quebec and got our laptops out and away we went. So it is conditional. It's a condominium, so it's conditional on the buyer's lawyer approving the condo documents, but so that should be firming up this coming week. So that was good. So yeah, so last week, just 1 transaction. And yeah, that's how I did with my numbers. Okay, and then next up is to review current month's goals. So let's go here. And how did I do? So I did do my castor oil 5 times. Herbal tea 5 times. That I don't know if I did. I didn't write it down, but no, I don't think I did. Cardio mobility, didn't do. Daily stretch. Market intel. Back end logistics. Promo videos. Top follow price adjustment. We did our price adjustment. So that's how I did there. So these goals come from my quarterly goal planning here. So these are my April goals here, which I transfer over to at the beginning of my monthly for my action plan for the month. So that way I don't miss anything. I'm just gonna quickly take a look at my goals that I had set for the quarter. We're almost done getting all of our sizes in our shop. So that is good. Consulting services, still have some logistics to do there, but I'm almost ready. Manifestation journal, I do need to, because I was away last week, I didn't do my to do it, so I want to make sure I get my manifestation journal done. All right, I just added in here, so for my manifestation journal, to make sure I do that, and then start on my A5, buy, sell, plan day, and data form. We have a listing coming up on May 7th, so we have some more paperwork that we need to do for that. And then prep CMA, we've got a listing appointment this week, so we need to prep for that. Okay, and so those are my goals. So that was setting next week's goals. Now it's time to make my task card for this week. So for my wellness, I did really well on vacation last week as far as my whole foods. I had a dessert one time, and it was a pretty clean dessert that my mother-in-law made. So that was good. Yeah, I did my whole foods, lots of hydration, lots of herbal tea last week while I was away as well. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good with that. But I didn't do my castor oil like for my liver detox at all last week because I didn't want to take it with me. So back to castor oil daily. Daily movement. Even though we walked a lot because we did some touristy things, not as much as last time, because you know if you're new here, I'm from the East Coast, so we just did the main things that we love. So Peggy's Cove, we made sure to go there again because we just love it so much, and then we went to Lawrencetown Beach. That's my son's favorite beach, and so we went there, and oh, it was so lovely. It was just perfect. And my husband and I took our shoes off and we walked in the ocean, and oh my gosh, it was cold. Like Tyler looked it up and said it was 3 degrees Celsius, but it felt like -30. It was so cold, but so awesome at the same time. Yeah, so we did a lot of walking and we were busy every single day. We also did a lot of driving, so a lot of sitting. So I do need to do my daily stretching, even though, oops, I stretched every day because of all the sitting and driving around we were doing. I want to make sure that I'm moving every day and then staying on top of my stretching this week because I can feel some tightness in my hips. I think that's all I'm going to write in there for wellness. And then for real estate, it's prepping for Thursday's CMA. Got a listing appointment. And do my market intel tomorrow. I didn't do it last week because we were away. And I have to do some top follow-ups this week that are listing in May. And we want to make some headway with buy sell plan. So buy sell plan. All right, yeah, buy sell plan progress this week. My husband and I have a list of what we want to tackle. Daily plan with me reel, and then consulting logistics. I really want to get the planning consultations going. I get asked about it on a regular basis, so it's time to get that off the ground. All right, task card is done. Check master task list. I do need to update this actually. No, I do this normally in my daily planning, but because I haven't planned at all, I do need to update this. Let's take a look here. We opened our cottage. I think that's all I've got to update on the master task list. And I need to make some changes here because I had, oh, I think I deleted the listing appointment. Okay, yes, it was this one, Wednesday. It's actually May 1st is when my listing appointment got rebooked to. I need to check this. For some reason I thought it was Tuesday, but I have it in here on the Monday, so I need to check that. Yes, it is Tuesday. Don't know why I wrote it in on the Monday. But what we do need to do is vote. It's our federal election on Monday the 28th, so need to make sure we get out and vote. That's it. I've got nothing scheduled on the Wednesday. So this is gonna allow us to get a lot of buy-sell plan stuff done because we'll be going to the cottage Thursday after our listing appointment for the weekend. So we wanna get lots of buy-sell plan done because we don't have a printer at the cottage. So a lot of what we do when we make our inserts and other things that we make, we print them out first in all the sizes to make sure that everything looks good and all the margins and all of that. So we need to do that while we're at home. Transfer task and schedule my week. So that won't take long because that's pretty much done. So I have voting on here on Monday, Tuesday, dermatology. Alrighty, I'm done. So I've got my weekly tasks in here. I'm not gonna go, I thought of a few more things, but I'm like, no, they're not super urgent. This is what I need to focus on this week. Top follow-up, work routines, personal routines, and then other kind of wellness related things that I would like to make time for. Mileage, oh yeah, stats. I knew I was missing one. I've got to get in the habit of entering my stats daily so that it doesn't get away from me. Because then I find, when's the last time I filled out my, sometimes that will happen, it'll be like a good week, and then I'm having to go through and yeah, I prefer to do it every day while it's fresh so I know what is what. But anyhow, so that's it. Got my appointments in here. While I'm in town for this appointment, I've got some other things that I want to do because we don't have these stores in the city that I live in, so I want to make sure I go there. Voting Monday, top follow-up, and then listing appointment here, prepping for the CMA that we have to do, and that is pretty much it. And then of course I will be filming my April recap and setting my goals for May, probably next weekend. So stay tuned for that. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was not my usual, and I was kind of all over the place a little bit, and a little bit maybe confused just because of being away last week. Do you find that, like, if you have been away and you're not planning, and then when you go to plan, you're like, okay, what day is it? Where am I? What are my plans? It's like I forgot how to plan. But not totally. I know how to plan. You know what I'm saying. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And how was your week? How was your week? I missed doing my plan with me. I really enjoy them. I love sharing with you guys, and I love chatting with you guys. So thank you for being here. And for those that are new, I hope you enjoy functional planning content and will consider sticking around and subscribing. And thank you again. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.